Dear people of Kenya, we have called this press conference to speak to the people of Kenya and the world. We have one major issue to address today, touching on the international security and involvement of Mr. William Ruto. Over the weekend, and better part of the beginning of this week, William Ruto has hosted some world leaders and known African dictators to get an affirmation and a breather in the reality that he is one-term president and get a reprieve of the political pressure in the country. The African Forward Summit happening in Nairobi is just a sideshow of Mr. William Ruto to hoodwink Kenyans on the matters that affect them. But what is coming out of it is nothing for the Kenyan people. Where is it for the common Kenyan without medical care, education, or security in their own country? We thank the United Nations Secretary General for coming to Nairobi so that we address him from here on the danger that the Horn of Africa faces, courtesy of his host, Mr. William Ruto, the man in charge. Thank you for coming. A man who is the greatest disrespecter of the rule of law, the greatest human rights violator, a vicious man, a callous character, a con master, and a practicing dictator on internship from Suluhu, Yoweri Museveni, and his contemporaries from other African countries, especially the ones dining at State House now for a talk show. This is a man who in June 2024 butchered Gen Zs in their numbers, abducted others. This is the man who is a real responsibility bearer of the war in Darfur, where thousands of women and children are being butchered. Instead of boasting of hosting over 30 presidents in Nairobi, William Ruto must focus on solving domestic issues. 3 days ago, six Kenyans in Mandera were brutally butchered by Jubilant forces who continue to illegally occupy the Kenyan soil. 7 other Kenyans are fighting for their lives in hospital, and not a single word from William Ruto. As we speak, Mandera County remains insecure and a big threat to the peace in the Horn of Africa. This is highly occasioned by issuance of Kenyan national IDs to non-Kenyan Somalis to enable them get an easy access to passports across the world. This has opened the world to terror groups in terrorist shells in Somalia. We are aware of this. And I must say, dangerous threat disadvantages genuine Kenyan Somalis as they are held in suspicion while applying for visas to travel to various nations across the world. Mr. Guterres, be informed, Ruto is the greatest threat to Kenyan democracy and human rights violation. Kenya has become a haven of state-sponsored goonism and political intolerance. Ahead of the 10th August 2027 polls, Kenya risks to have over 2 million goons in the streets, courtesy of William Ruto's creation. Kenya risks the Haiti route. Women and children are tortured and attacked in churches with live ammunition, tear gas canisters, and the brutality of clubs and machetes, not once, not twice. Businesses belonging to certain communities are being torched by goons under police escort, and the president remains silent. Mr. William Ruto is, in a mischievous way, creating electoral fear and voter suppression. Kenya risks slipping into anarchy. Might William Ruto be tempted to rig elections that he is about to lose? We urge the world, and especially the UN Secretary General, that the actions and omissions of President William Ruto ahead of 2027 polls. Mr. Antonio Guterres, Kenya has become a global hub for abductions, human trafficking, an international drug superhighway, an international drug destination. Foreigners and asylum seekers in Kenya have no peace. At least 50 foreign nationals have been abducted, tortured, or killed on Kenyan soil. Over the two categories: transnational targeting asylum seekers and political and terrorist-related kidnappings in specific high-risk regions. On the transnational repression and asylum seekers, the government of has colluded with foreign governments to seize political dissidents and asylum seekers. For instance, in October 2024, 7 Turkish asylum seekers were abducted in Nairobi in a mafia-style and brutally tortured. 4 were forcibly returned to Turkey, despite international criticism regarding the principle of non-refoulement. In October 2024, Ugandan opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye was abducted in Nairobi and deported to Uganda to face political charges in the In January 2025, a Tanzanian journalist, Maria Sarungi, was abducted in Nairobi and was headed to Tanzania for charges and jail under Samia Suluhu, but Kenyans stopped it. Nationals from Southern Sudan, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Rwanda have been targeted for their political activism or criticism of their home governments. They are not safe in Kenya. On William Ruto's dalliance with M23 rebels, the DRC president was visibly uncomfortable visiting Kenya for the summit, and thereafter he stayed for President Museveni's inauguration, a clear statement of his discomfort with Kenya's interference in DRC Congo. On the issue of peace in the Horn of Africa, Mr. Guterres, now that we are here in Kenya, we have severally warned about the war in Darfur, Sudan, Southern Sudan, DRC conflict, and Somalia. We have also spoken about Ruto's involvement through his good and direct assistance to rebels, especially Mr. Hemeti. Mr. Guterres, yesterday, you described the Sudan crisis as a nightmare and a carnage spilling out of control. You called for immediate ceasefire. You also condemned external interference. You also say this is a grave humanitarian violation of human rights, causing regional instability. You called for accountability. Unfortunately, you are seated with the very men in charge and responsible for what you are condemning, William Ruto. Mr. Guterres, you were seated with the war commander, and he hosted you to a state banquet yesterday night. You cannot talk about normalizing situation in Sudan when you are hosted by the commander and the men responsible for insecurity in the region. Recent exposes by media and other institutions have vindicated me. The following is the list of criminals from Somalia, Zimbabwe, Southern Sudan, and Sudan who have been issued with Kenyan diplomatic passports, and they are housed here in Nairobi by William Ruto, and they continue to cause havoc in their countries. Children and women in Sudan and DRC are crying because of his actions with M23. The media will be giving you a list of criminals, national criminals most facing sanctions, drug traffickers that have been issued by passports. The worst minister for interior since independence. A man, for the right price, will sell world. We'll be giving you that list so that you can also cross-check that. The world must know that Kenya is an international and destination as well. In Mr. Ruto's cabinet sits 2 drug barons, Mr. Antonio Guterres. In Russia and Ukraine, as of May 2026, over 1,000 Kenyans are estimated to have been lured into fighting for Russia in the Ukraine war. In deaths reported, many are tricked by force of Ruto and some of his cabinet secretaries who are actively involved in these matters. of this atrocity must face the law. To the president, in the presence of Emmanuel Macron from France, it is important we let you know why Kenyans made noise to you at the University of Nairobi Taifa Hall. Disrespect or hatred, they had a message for you to French farms to a tune of Kenya shilling 7 billion being proceeds of crime, as their children are not in school and they have no food on the table. Mr. Macron, on September 30, 2020, under President Uhuru Kenyatta road. However, the deal by President William Ruto administration even contractor commenced works, ushering in Chinese to give room for corruption. The entry of the Chinese contractors, CRBC, came after in April last year. Based on reports emerging in May 2026, the Auditor General has flagged of approximately 7.3 billion Kenya shillings from the fuel levy intended for road maintenance to pay French firms for the cancellation of the Rironi-Mau Summit toll road contract. Mr. Macron, your French firms had a contract of 150 billion for a bigger scope. 200 billion on a smaller scope, creating a 50 billion fund for corruption by William Ruto and the Chinese contractors. But your biggest interest and the reason why your French firms accepted cancellation of the Rironi-Mau Summit was to get 7 billion shillings without doing anything at all. Mr. Macron, you are an accomplice in the 7 billion Kenya shillings theft from the people of Kenya. That is the money you have actually come to negotiate, not the summit that you are attending. Kenyans, this is a message Kenyans was passing to you yesterday. Kenyans are asking you not to leave our borders with this money. We needed to pay school fees. Mr. Macron, if Kenyans the children of Meru County risk missing going to school because is demanding 64 million shillings from the county administration. This is Mr. Ruto knows about this hotel more than enough. He informed that the military pact that you signed with Mr. Ruto in 2025 on defense cooperation has caused the construction of the Rironi-Mau Summit because Mr. William Ruto wants delivered to him in cash. But the CRBC are demanding the contract first before they give the money, and William Ruto is demanding the money before he gives the contract. Ladies and gentlemen, those were my remarks on the here. Just to conclude.
We come for Thanksgiving, Jehovah Lord. We want to appreciate and remind you, Jehovah Lord. When we win in July, Jehovah Lord, we are going to appreciate you. We also ask you to protect us, Jehovah Lord. We are fighting against people who are not kind enough to Kenyans, Jehovah Lord. But because your grace lives amongst us, Jehovah Lord, guide us and protect us. Give us your favor amongst the Olkalau people. Speak to them at heart as we speak to their minds. And when you do that, honor and glory is going to be unto you. We ask you to be with us today. And when we go back to our homes, protect us and guide us. In Jesus' name, we pray, believing and trusting in your holy name. Amen.
Asante, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's all be seated. Your Excellency, the Second Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, and the esteemed party leader, Chama cha DCP, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. Basi niweze pia kuwatambua viongozi wote ambao wamefika, ikiwa ni pamoja na uongozi mwingine wa chama, Deputy Party Leader wetu, Honorable Cleophas Malala, na vile vile niweze kumtambua our leader of eminent persons within the party, Honorable Maina Kamanda, na vile vile niweze kumtambua kiongozi kutoka constituency ya Kipipiri, Mheshimiwa Honorable Wanjiku Mohia. Tuweze kuwashukuru wote viongozi kutoka wawakilishi wa wadi wengi sana ambao wameweza kufika hapa, vile vile wawaniaji wa vyama tofauti na officials wengine wa chama, na niweze kumtambua haswa katika mipango yote ya uchaguzi our National Elections Board Chairperson Madam Wanjiru Kago, ambaye bila shaka kazi safi tumeona hafla ambayo imetuleta hapa, lakini bila shaka man of the moment, sijui mnajua na muongelelea nani haswa, mnajua? Basi tuweze kumtambua kiongozi kutoka Ol Kalou constituency, the DCP candidate Sami Kamau. Jamani, salimia watu, ikiwa ni salamu na ishara vile vile ya shukran zake. Your Excellency, sir, we wish to thank you for your great leadership on the Party of the Democracy for the Citizens, that is DCP party, because we have witnessed ripoti ambazo tumeweza kupata, ikiwa ni mazoezi ambayo tulifanya pale Ol Kalou. Mchakato mzima ukiweza kupatiwa sifa kweli, na haswa wakisema hiyo ndio njia ya kufanya chaguzi, iwe ni chaguzi za party primaries ama ni chaguzi zozote zile. Kazi kwa mpango, kazi ambalo limeweza kupatia lot of integrity kwa mambo ya kisiasa na kwa chama, na kuwapa imani wawaniaji wote kwamba kweli inawezekana, na imewezekana hapa DCP. Kwa hivyo tunasema DCP. Na lazima siku zote tunajikumbusha na kusema Harambe. Ndio maana tuko hapa siku ya leo. Mambo imeanza, Ol Kalou itakuwa inaanza, lakini haswa hata hapa hii wiki Thursday pale Muradikir kuna maneno. Your Excellency, sir, if you allow me now, may I please invite the Honorable Deputy Party Leader to usher us through the next part. Karibu DP.
Asante sana our party leader, viongozi wote wa chama ambao wamekuja hapa leo. Ningependa kuchukua fursa hii kwa niaba ya party leader wetu kumwalika hapa katika makao makuu ya chama, na leo tumekuja kusherekea na pia vile vile kumpatia taji yule ambaye aliweza kushinda katika nominations zetu za kule Ol Kalou. Tumekuja hapa kwa sherehe ya kumpatia baraka kama chama, kumpatia mwelekeo. Yeye ndio atapeperusha bendera ya chama chetu. Tukaenda 10. Sasa hivi ukiangalia katika register ya DCP tumefikisha karibu watu takriban milioni 2.3, 2.3 million people. Your Excellency, vile vile pia chama hii imeweza pata ile taswira nzuri ya nchi hii. Tuko na viongozi kutoka Kenya nzima. Chama hii nguzo yake, msingi wake uko katika mlima Kenya. Lakini vile vile mtoni huo wa huu chama umeweza teremka chini hadi Umasaini. Kule Umasaini tuko na wafuasi wengi sana. Tuko na wafuasi wa chama ambao wamejiunga na sisi. Leo nimeona Mheshimiwa Kamwaro ambaye ako hapa na sisi. Vile vile waliweza kutupatia MCA wa kwanza kule Narok Town, ambaye tuliweza shinda kule Narok Town. Vile vile party leader hapa katika jiji kuu la Nairobi tuliweza shinda kiti ya MCA kwa mwaka mmoja. Tunajivunia kama chama kwamba Nairobi ndio the hub of all communities. Hii ni ishara kwamba chama chetu kimekuwa kikubwa. Vile vile mtoni huo unaenda paka kule kwenye border ya Uganda, kule Ingo, mahali ambapo deputy party leader anatoka, mahali ambapo wanaume kamili wanatoka, wanaume wenye misuli, wenye wanajieza. Tukaweza party leader kubarikiwa kushinda kiti ya udiwani, na leo tumetunikiwa kukuwa na Mheshimiwa Dickson Aduda wa kutoka Kisa East ambaye alichaguliwa kule Kakamega County. Party leader, tuko na mambo mingi ya kujivunia, lakini leo ni siku ya kujivunia ndugu yetu Ngodho ambaye yeye ndo atapeperusha bendera. Ningependa tu kwa fursa hii, kabla tuendelee, tumuite the chairperson of the National Elections Board aweze tupeleka jinsi vile Ngodho atapewa baraka na certificate yake na party leader wetu. Karibu mama. Asante sana.
Your Excellency, the Second Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy Party Leader, Honorable Cleo Malala, all the leaders present, and the entire DCP family. Good afternoon. Tupo? Tuko sawa? Thank you very much for this opportunity. The National Elections Board was unveiled in September last year. And while we carried out a lot of work to prepare for the November 2025 by-elections, our first true test was in Ol-Kalou. Hapo ndipo tulijua mbivu na mbichi. And I would like for us to refer to a game called Jenga. Jenga. You can Google that a little later. I would like to introduce a colleague who's with us today, Ambassador Boniface Mohia. He's part of a team. Asante sana. Now, we went to Ol-Kalou, and this was the real test because we had 8 very, very strong aspirants who wanted the ticket to represent our national party, DCP, in the Ol-Kalou by-election, which will be held on July 16th. Very, very strong candidates. And I would like to appreciate the presence of 3 who are here. Honorable Wakili Kirago Waduta, Mr. Gabriel Gadura, Mr. Stephen Kimani. Like I said, DCP is a family. We got a lot of support from all over Kenya. So, Your Excellency, the people you see here who did the heavy lifting as far as the party nominations is concerned are true Kenyans that believe in DCP, and they did an amazing job in Ol-Kalou. I would like to recognize the presence of all presiding officers. Simameni mpunge hewani. These ladies and gentlemen went above and beyond and ensured that we delivered a free, fair, credible, and verifiable party nominations, Your Excellency. Asanteni sana. So at this point, I would also like to recognize the technical team that was also doing a lot of heavy lifting. Mr. Moremi Murage was our very able returning officer and very, very ably assisted by Ms. Judith Nyambura Mohia. We did not do this alone. We got a lot of support and prayers from the SG, who worked tirelessly. Mpeni makofi yake. The Secretariat worked day and night to ensure that we had all the materials that we required, and we would like to appreciate them. Asante sana. Our elected leaders also did an amazing job. But there's one thing Honorable Rigathi Gachagua did. He let us play this game independently as National Elections Board. For that, we are very grateful. And this, of course, is a litmus test. In 8
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes. It captures
na ni chama ambayo imezidiwa mwaka moja na nusu kama ile ambayo imefanywa Olkalau. Na ninataka kukushukuru kwa sababu ulituamulu sisi na Wanjiko na wengine na kina Medhu tuwache hiyo uchaguzi uwe huru. Mimi nikaenda Mombasa, ulikuwa unaniita nikiwa Mombasa. Wanjiko naye alikuwa mengine, hata Medhu wako Ulaya, hajatoka Ulaya. Na tukawasha watu wa Olkalau wafanye uamuzi wao. Na watu wa Olkalau wameshafanya uamuzi wao. Na sisi tulisema wakati tutakuwa na candidate ndio Maina Kamanda ataonekana. Nimeonekana leo kwa sababu tuna candidate. Your Excellency, mimi nataka kuomba wale ambao hawakubahatika, tafadhalini msiende mahali pengine. Hata mkiitiwa kazi na Ruto, msiende kwa kazi ya Ruto. Ruto ni wa mwaka moja, aende nyumbani. Wewe unaenda kuchukua kazi ya mwaka moja ya kazi gani? Ugoje serikali ambayo itaongozwa na kiongozi wetu na wale wengine, ndio sisi tuwajue wale watu ambao wanatufanyia kazi. Mkubwa wetu aweze wakati hiyo kuwapanga. Tudugetiki manege ukiganira andu othe. Lakini tukiwa na serikali, mimi ninajua ya kwamba huyu mzee atapanga hata wale ambao ni makandidate ambao tutafanya walikuwa nasimama na hawakupata kiti. Msione ile ya serikali ya Moi ya kwenda nyumbani, angalia serikali ambayo inafanya nini. Wewe kama unafikiria kwa mafikirio yako, hakuna mahali Ruto anaenda. Kama mimi mzee wa miaka yangu nimejitokeza kusema Ruto simuoni akiwako, na hata wakati hiyo mwingine sikumuona akiwako. Hii ni wakati wa huyo mzee aende nyumbani. Watu Kenya mzima imekubali Ruto aende nyumbani. Your Excellency, chama, unajua watu wanauliza wewe unatoa pesa wapi, kwa sababu ile mambo unapanga hata watu wengine hawapangi. Hata UDA kila mahali inaonekana green, kila mahali ukionekana. Tunataka kusema tuna watu ambao wanatusaidia ambao ni aspirants wetu, na ni watolee shukrani. Wale ambao wanataka kusimama na viti na DCP, Your Excellency, wanajitolea. Kama kunataka mkutano mahali fulani, wananunua kofia, wananunua vifaa. Kwa hivyo hakuna mahali ingine pesa ya DCP inatoka. Ni Mungu na wale watu wanataka chama, wanajifanyia kazi, na ndio mumefanya hii chama ambayo imeshaafuma. Sisi tuko tayari, Your Excellency, kusaidiana. Wengi wetu sisi hatutaki chama, hatutaki kazi yote katika kuchaguliwa. Lakini tunataka Ruto aende nyumbani. We are not here because of any seat. Ati tutakuja mzee kukusumbua utupe kazi. Lakini Kenya yetu ina shida, na hiyo shida ndio tunataka kuondoa. Huyu kijana wangu huyu ni lika wa kamanda yangu huyu kiongozi huyu ambao ni chupafu, alishaguliwa kama diwani akiwa na miaka ambao hata zaidi ya miaka 22, akawa diwani na akawa senator. Kijana ambao anafanya chama yetu iwe na heshima. Yeye ni mtu ambao mchakamufu sana kwa mambo ya chana. Tunakupa heko kwanza kwa kutuletea kiti upande wa Western. Tumumpigie makofi. Asante sana. Wanyoike wa Nairobi yako wapi? Nidi ndakuona kuma wathuro. Na nowe munene andumite kuu ndure kuu jaragia Gikuyu githira. Niguo huyu mzee alinituma huko, kaniambia wewe uende ukae uongee Kikuyu yote. ndwathurirwo nĩ kura ingĩ, wathurirwo nĩ kura ciao. Tafadhali angalia sana wale watu walilala usiku na mchana wakifanya kazi ya ndukauge thiganeka atia. Kwa hayo machache, asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Asante. Asante sana. Asante sana. Hekima ya mzee haiwezi kuwa interrupted. Ningependa wale ambao wanakuja next wawe kwa ufupi kwa sababu ya muda. Ningependa kutambua tu former MCAs wasimame wapunge mkono kama wewe ni former MCA tafadhali, ambao wanaunga chama party leader. Unaweza ona ni wengi kabisa. Ni wengi kabisa katika chama. Asanteni sana former MCAs. Basi party leader pale Olkalau. Oh, hata mimi ni former MCA. Tuko wengi kabisa. Asante sana. Pale Olkalau, pale Nyandarua, tukiwa pale hatukosi mama ambaye anapikia wana Olkalau chakula na wapatia nguvu wakienda vitani. Ningependa tu akuja asalamie mama former CS, mama Cecily Kariuki, akuja tusalamie tafadhali.
Party leader wetu, the People's Deputy President, Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, mzee eminent persons, elected leaders wakiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Wanjiko, my colleagues ambao tutakuwa tukikombania viti tofauti, our chief guest today, mtoto wetu Mheshimiwa Kamau Ngodho, our nominee for Olkalau seat, na wenzangu, good afternoon. Niseme nikisimama hapa, Your Excellency, I'm here to confirm that Olkalau and indeed Nyandarua, from Kenton to Karampton, chama ni skiza ground. Vile tulijitokeza, nichukue hii fursa niseme to the chair NEC, asante sana kwa kushukuru ground. Mulikuja tukashikana vizuri sana, mukafanya yetu, tukafanya yetu, kisha tukaungana pamoja na kila kitu ikaenda vizuri. Niwashukuru sana. Thank you, Your Excellency. You gave us the liberty to drive things the way we saw fit at the ground level. Mwenyewe wakati ulisema, if we can influence for one candidate, we should keep off the ground. We listened to your counsel. In fact, most of us went.
What are the ingredients for a good life? It starts with your wellness. A good life isn't just lived. It's supported. Because living a good life is harder alone. Good Life Pharmacy, with you through every moment.
My name is David Kimani. I'm the CEO and founder of Apollo Children's Science Park. We are an integrated science park, the first science park in the country, the first science park in the East African region. We have built this space on 5 acres. Initially, we had bought 4 acres of land, but because of the size and the scale of the project you're working on, we needed to expand our space. And it is to my credit that we went to, and they supported our expansion program. Many other people could not see the idea that we are working on, but my credit listened to us. The CEO visited this space because he wanted to confirm that the idea that you are working on were legit, and he approved our credit facility here on site.
Had a brief meeting with the NEC. I can here confirm that the nominations were free, fair, credible, verifiable as we had been assured. Ishara ya kwamba sisi ambao tumekuwa tuna hofu kidogo ya kwamba tutaweza kwenda njia ingine hivi, sasa tuko na nguvu ya kwamba tutagombania and the best candidate come 2027 during the general election is the one who will take the ticket for this People's Party. Nikiwa pale niseme, we are happy and we are celebrating our win at the nomination level. Sababu ya zile numbers, the numbers which got out, showing that it is a People's Party. But my dear brothers, my dear sisters, the enemy is still on the loose, na kazi yetu sasa ni kuanza inaanza. Kwa hivyo ni wasihi tusilale, tukirudi nyumbani kila mtu tuko na kazi. Door to door, Mau Mau style. Ndio the first member of parliament from the Mount Kenya region atakuwa anatoka Okalau constituency. Tukubaliane kila mtu atafanya yake. Asanteni sana. Ya mwisho nishukuru pia the aspirants. Wakati tulipoketi pamoja last Wednesday, ikiwapo Bwana Ngodho alikuwa sasa level 1, sisi tote tulikuwa tunatafuta, mulisimama na mukahakikishia mama ya kwamba mshindani atakuwa mmoja. Lakini nyinyi nyote mutaenda nyuma ya huyu mwenye atapatiwa nomination. You all become the chief campaigners, na tuko pale tufanye kazi pamoja. Chamani? God bless you.
Asante sana party leader. Pia pale Olkalau mama akitupikia chakula pale. Tuko na mzee ambaye anatupatia mori kwenda kwenye vita, ambaye anapatia vijana nguvu na anawapatia hekma. Tungependa kumuita wakili Theuri akuja atusalamie pia naye.
Ni mwamko mpya, itaboresha mfumo wa afya, itaokoa payslip ya Wakenya.
Party leader wa DCP, the elected deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, mgeni wetu wa heshima leo Bwana Ngodho, party deputy leader Cleo, na mheshimiwa Wanjiko kutoka huko kwetu Kipipiri. Hamjambo, bwana asifiwe. Mimi nimefurahi sana na kitu moja. One thing, niko na mambo mawili tu nataka kusema. Jambo la kwanza, kulikuwa na uoga sana, kwa sababu tumeona katika vyama vingi kunakuwa na endorsement. Badala watu wafanye nomination, kunafika pahali kunasemekana huyu ndiye amepatiwa kiti. Na hii wakati tukaona tulikuwa na 8 people, watu 8 wanataka kusimama hiyo kiti, na wote wakaenda kwa nomination, and the nomination was very good. So kama kuna kitu sasa mimi naamini kwenda mbele that will strengthen this party, ile kitu itafanya aspirant, kwa sababu aspirant wanakuwa na uoga sana, wakienda nyuma ya tent wanakuwa na uoga sana. So I'm very happy, Your Excellency, that we did a very good, in fact nilikuwa naona hizo zikiwekwa transparent na inawekwa pale katikati, hata sio kwa box nyuma, pale katikati. So there was no chance ati uchaguzi ingefanywa vibaya. So jiongea kwa watu, na najua hiyo wakati mwingine ulisimama ukakuwa namba 2 na ukakuwa na kura mingi pia zaidi. Actually ule marehemu alikushinda na kura chache sana. I think going forward kazi yetu ndio imeanza sasa. Nomination imefanywa sawa, but going forward kazi ile ngumu ndio inaanza. Si ndio watu wetu? This is our seat to win. Na sio kushinda na kura 2 ama kura 3 ama kura 4. We +1. Tunaongea tupate kura mingi zaidi, tukue tunachapa 95%. Sasa watu wetu. Sasa ni sisi kushikilia, tuhakikishe tuko na the first MP, tukimalizia pale mbele mimi najua tukienda 2027 we'll have almost all the seats in this country. Bwana mbariki na tushikane pamoja.
Asante sana. As one. Hiyo sio target yetu. Sisi tuna target mbele kabisa. Tutabidi tuwe na watu wengi katika pale Nyandarua, na tuko hapa na wakili Nderi akuje pia atusalamie.
Your Excellency, the Second Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, all leaders present, and party leaders and party members, good afternoon. My name is Deri Deani. I am an aspirant in Nyandarua County. Cleophas Malala kwa Nyandara kuna kijana pia. I want to say the following. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, we have gained a lot of confidence in this political party because of the manner in which we saw the nominations having been held in a very transparent manner. So we, just like Wakili Daudi has said, we have gained confidence that indeed DCP is a party for us, young people, and all the people in the country to join, because it assures us that we get equal opportunities when we go to the nominations. Number two, Your Excellency, is that the person who was actually elected or nominated when I was the clerk to the county assembly and when I was the CC for finance, Kamau Godho is an astute leader, is a man who is very humble, is a man who is a good debater, and we are sure, just like you have always assured us, that we must get leaders who are able to articulate the issues of the people. We were a bit concerned that we needed a person who can actually stand with our ticket and not sell that ticket to the devil. We have agreed that. And Kamau Godho, I can assure you, we worked with him, and he's a man who can never sell our party to the regime that we all say it's a one-term regime. Your Excellency, finally, is to thank the team that did the work, the NEC. They did a tremendous job. The organization was extremely well executed. There was a lot of prowess in the party, and we are assured that if this is the way to go, Your Excellency, you have shown exceptional leadership skills, and we have no doubt that you have what it takes to send Kasongo home and the people of Nyandarua, their lady. In the words of Maina Commander, onjo tu, tutamtengenezea ile mzuri, dhiki mzuri, tumpatie come 16th of Derideani. Thank you.
Asante. Tukimalizia, Your Excellency, tukimalizia the coordinators, the MCAs ambao umetusaidia, thank you so much kwa kazi yenu, Your Excellency. Yule ambaye ana kwa niaba ya majirani wote atupatie tu neno.
Harambe. DCP.
When you gotta go for Neptune, the softer two-ply tissue paper, available in plain white and colored.
Power your next move with up to 100% asset financing from Equity for commercial and personal use vehicles. Enjoy a 90-day repayment holiday, unsecured working capital of up to 1 million.
Ribuni sana. As I stand here, yes, I have been referred to as the good neighbor. And as a good neighbor, you safeguard your neighbor's interest. So I come from a constituency that bears almost the same name as Ol Kalau. I come from Ol Joro Orok, and I'm sure we have quite a number of representation from here, from Ol Joro Orok who are here. We have our MCA, we have our nominated MCA. Thank you very much. I must say that we would only refer to Ol Kalau as our mother, because we are a constituency that was derived from Ol Kalau at large. And therefore, as I stand here, if it was like 15 years ago, actually, we would have voted for you. And not only you, but for DCP. As I stand here, I must say that there's a lot we have learned as aspirants. We have seen, we're doing rounds a lot, that DCP does not acknowledge aspirants. I'm actually an aspirant for the position of a member of parliament, and to be specific, the first female aspirant for the position of a member of parliament. So DCP for aspirants is the place to be. You also embrace women leadership. Thank you very much for that. I know my people are here, they're excited. Tunawatambua ni sawa. It is okay. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We say the spirit at the top is the one that trickles to the ones at the bottom. It is your boldness that I'm sure that has gone to gather the rest of us. I don't think I would be able to stand here as just a mere aspirant and be able to articulate myself. But we watch you. And I'm sure there are many out there, very many people, who would actually want to speak boldly like you do, but they are not even quarterway to be able to express themselves. And therefore, as I speak here and as I stand here, I say DCP is the place to be. And please, I know the battle ahead of us is going to be immense. But as all general constituency to our brother Ngodo, trust us. I must say that there's a point we came in, and we came in with a parallel tallying station for you. I think you acknowledge that. Yes, that is what neighbors do. And I think at this point, I don't want to say anything else. Lakini chama tumesema ni? DCP is the way to go, is it? DCP? DCP? Wamoyo Chaos from Oljororok, aspiring to be the member of parliament next. I might be your first baby girl from there.
Asante party leader, kabla tuite mheshimiwa wa kutoka Kipipiri, ningependa kutambua uwepo wa NEC members wetu ambao wako hapa. Tuko na mheshimiwa Kamwaro ambaye yako hapa, just wave. Mheshimiwa Kamwaro, mheshimiwa Mbae ambaye yako hapa. Tuko na mheshimiwa Masi Gakuya ambaye yako hapa. Vile vile tuko na youth leader wetu Thiga, Wanjiku Thiga ambaye pia yako hapa. Hao ndio NEC members ambao wako hapa. Sasa pale Olkalau, pale Nyandarua, tuko na mama Simba Jike. Yule ambaye anamwangalia rais kwa macho na anamkataza na si wa kununuliwa. Hana bei. Yule ambaye ni mwaminifu. Yule ambaye ni shujaa. Yule ambaye atatushikilia. Mama. Mnamtambua? Anaitwa nani? Wanjiko nani? Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Democracy for the Citizens Party. DCP. Skiza wa Kenya. Democracy for the Citizens Party. DCP.
Harambe!
Kenya.
Harambe! Your Excellency, the 6th President of the Republic of Kenya. Na mgeni wetu mheshimiwa Honorable Kamau Godho na wana DCP wote, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I'll be very short. Mwanzo nataka congratulate our flag bearer and all those who are with him in the debe. Na nyinyi wote, you had put a good fight na mko washindi. Kisiasa tunasema kura haikutosha, itatosha hivi karibuni. Kwa hivyo mmefanya vizuri kuja kumsindikisha Kamau Godho, kwa sababu sisi wote ni familia moja. Number 2, nataka kuwashukuru our peers, wale wote walikuja kusimama na wakaona uchaguzi ulienda vizuri. Number 3, I want to congratulate our dear team led by our chair. Hiyo uchaguzi ni kweli, Your Excellency, IBC should come and benchmark. Ilikuwa sambamba. Na kwa sababu Your Excellency ulisema tusikue kwa hiyo uchaguzi, haukusema tusikue kwa uchaguzi ya UDA. Bwana asifiwe. Haukusema tusikue kwa uchaguzi ya. Kwa hivyo mimi nilichukua ka pro box on Friday, nikazunguka hasa pale AC primary, pale Tumaini, nikiangalia tu vile mambo inaendelea na nikaona watu wanaanza kutokea. Ndio nikatoa hiyo maneno ya kusema ukipiga kura leo hauwezi kupiga kesho. Mimi ndio nilitoa hiyo msemo. Na niliona Moses Kuria wakilia ati watu wa DCP wamefanya propaganda. Members, this was not a propaganda. If you are not a UDA member, bona ungepiga kura kwa UDA? It was the truth. This was not a propaganda. If you are not a UDA member, haugepiga kura kwao. So tunataka kushukuru watu wa Olkalau, walisimama kidete, wakakataa kununuliwa na mchele,
na 200 shillings. Nataka kumweleza rais, Mheshimiwa Ruto, umekataa kutengenezea watu wa Nyandarua barabara. Umetudanganya na barabara za Geta, Donyojero, Kariamu, Shamata, barabara za Boyman, na sisi ni wakulima. Kwa hivyo tunaomba wewe na Faith Getau muache tukule viazi for the next 18 months. Tukichukua serikali, tutauda barabara, tutauza viazi, tutanunua nyama. Ama mnataka mchele? So keep off your rice na maharagwe. Sisi tuko tayari kukula viazi. Tukichukua serikali, we shall make our road. Nataka kueleza wale watakuja pale Orokarau kutusaidia, msikue na wasiwasi. Hii uchaguzi ni rahisi kama ABC. Kwa sababu hata candidate wa UDA alipata kura 1000. Hata hangekuwa number 1, number 2, number 3 kwa DCP, alikuwa others. Ile yenye iliunganishwa kidogo 200-300. Na nikikueleza hii uchaguzi ni rahisi, in Orokarau we have 30 aspirants wa MCA position through DCP party. Na tuko na 0 for UDA. 0. In Nyandarua County, tuko na more than 5 women reps. Wale wanatafuta tikiti ya DCP na UDA has 0. In Nyandarua County, we have more than 5 governor candidates na UDA has 0. Tuko na 1 senator ako na UDA has. Sasa hata wewe ukija kukampeni mahali kama hapo, utashindwa namna gani? Sio hata tutakuwa tunakula viazi, tunaenda tunapiga kelele, viazi tunakula kelele, si ndio? Na gunia moja ni 6,000 kwa sasa. So the election will be very easy. I'm sure Kasongo may not invest, but just in case he may continue, we are not afraid of him at all. Nikimalizia, nataka kusema ili tukue na very good structures, tutaomba mpitie kwa chama sana kama Secretary General, mtu wote atataka kuja kutusaidia. We get your name because we are putting perfect structures kama NEB. Ukija tutakuwa tumekueleza utaenda mahali fulani, polling station fulani, na utapata MCA fulani. Na nikimalizia kabisa, Your Excellency, naweza taka kusimamisha my MCA from Nyandarua. Again, hata kama wamekuja hapa, maana walisema Orojororo, wapi, hawakusema Nyandarua. Hebu wasimame tu wananchi wawaone. MCA wa Nyandarua County, wapigieni makofi. Ketini, hawa MCA walikuwa silent observers. They didn't have a badge. Ili wale aspirant walikuwa involving you. We were not supposed to be in a way. Kwa hivyo hawa MCA tuliwa silent observers. Ili shida yote Kasongo akijaribu kupaga pale, walikuwa like our security controllers. And they did that very effectively. Ya mwisho kabisa, nataka kuaddress watu wa Nyandarua niwaambie 2027 tutafanya kama Orokarau. Pale AC primary, wananchi walitokea asubuhi wakakaa hapo. Wakiona mama fulani anataka kwenda kupiga kura kwa UDA, walikuwa wanasema wewe ni msaliti. Wewe unasaliti Rigathi Gachagua. Huyo mama ana change mind, anaingia kwa wale wengine, anaanza pia kuangalia nani anakuja kupiga kura. Na saa hiyo ashapewa 200 kwa mfuko. It was so interesting that hata ule alipiga kura, alikuwa anaenda anatafuta petroli, anavuta kidole, asijulikane alipigia UDA kura. Kwa hivyo Nyandarua mambo imeamuliwa, and I'm sure you saw that people will guard the votes even in 2027. Na ndio tunatarajia sisi kama DCP, this is our presidential candidate, na tutakuwa nyuma yake. Sawa sawa. Karibuni sana Nyandarua, kiti ni yetu. Firstborn wa UDA alikuwa Rorie, sasa firstborn wa DCP atakuwa Orokarau. Na nikimalizia mzee Maina Kamanda, mimi nilipiga kura 1995 yangu ya kwanza, but I was young and beautiful. Sasa baba yangu alikuwa amenieleza nisikaribie wazee kama wewe, ndio huku niona.
Wapi makofi ya mama? Hey.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all.
Nilikuwa hizo siku. Tungepiga wakina Maina watoke mbali tuchukue huyu. Lakini bahati mbaya hatukuwa tumezaliwa. Bas, party leader, asante sana. Mama amesema jambo moja nakumbuka. Ningependa kutangaza kwamba ile siku ya uchaguzi wa UDA ni party leader wetu huyu alipeana mwelekeo. Akasema kwamba watu wa Olkalau wasijitokeze kupiga kura kwa chama ambayo sio yao. Na mimi nashukuru hao watu wa Olkalau wanamsikia sana party leader wetu. Vile alisema hivyo, hakuna mtu alijitokeza. Muliona mshindi wa UDA alipata 1167 votes only. Yani hata kufikia number 6 wetu. Yule number 5 wetu alipata kura mingi kuliko kura zote za aspirants wa UDA. Walikuwa wamejiandikisha wengi kwa sababu walijua Kasongo ni mtu wa kukamuliwa. Kasongo ni mtu wa kunyonywa. Sasa walijiandikisha wakijua wakienda kupiga picha State House watapewa milioni 5. So hata hao ambao walisimama hawakukuwa wana UDA, walikuwa tu mahasla wa Nyandarua huko wanatafuta kitu ya kukula. Tungependa kuwakaribisha sasa warudi nyumbani. Kasongo akipatikana na nyonywa. Bas, party leader, vile vile hao watu wa Nyandarua ni watu wazuri kwa sababu walikusikia na walikuonyesha heshima mingi na taadhima wakati kulikuwa na ile matanga ya the late MP. Walikuwa wamekupangia vibaya, lakini kwa sababu wewe ulikuwa dio ukapanga kualiko. Na vile ulifika pale, wananchi wa Nyandarua walikuonyesha mapenzi. Na kama mimi ningekuwa William Ruto, hiyo siku ningesoma rada, ningesikia ground haraka, hata hii mambo ya by election singeweka mtu. Kwa sababu William Ruto unaenda kuaibishwa ile aibu hujaiona tangu uzaliwe. Mimi nimesikia ati wanapanga strategy ya kukuja kulaunch na kurelaunch projects kama ishara ya kuwaomba mupigie kura UDA. Watu wa Nyandarua ningependa musome historia. Mzee Daniel Moi alikuja kule Kipipiri, akaeka vigingi vya stima mpaka kwa kila nyumba. Hata kama uko na nyumba ya nyasi, nyumba ya mbao, wanaeka hapo mti ya stima. Wakati kura ilipigwa na KANU haikushinda, kesho yake mzee Moi akakuja akachukua vigingi zake akapeleka Baringo. So vile vile tu pia hizi matinga ambazo mtaletewa during campaign na kulaunch, we have a reincarnation of mzee Moi called William Ruto. Atakuja atalaunch mabarabara, na jamaa amelaunch mabarabara mingi za uongo mpaka akiona watu anadhania ni barabara. Ana barabara oye, akumbe ni. Sasa kwa heshima ya William Ruto, sababu Methu alisema tunamheshimu, lakini kwa sababu tunamheshimu na tungependa kumtambua hapa, nikisema barabara oye mnasema oye. Barabara oye. Barabara oye. Bas, William Ruto. Tungependa kuomba msidanganywe na hizo projects. Akikuja kulaunch project yoyote, munamuuliza pesa ngapi umeweka katika budget. Sababu budget ya sasa hivi hata itoshi kulipa madeni ambayo anayo. Kule Kakamega party leader, zile projects zote alilaunch, ile barabara ya kutoka Shinyalu kwenda Chepsonoi, ya kutoka airport kuenda Shinyalu, ya C41, ile ya Kuisero, zote sasa hivi matinga zimetoka. Kwa sababu anakuja na launch, anaenda nayo. Mambo ya stima, William Ruto akikuja kule Western anatembea na transformer moja. Ana launch, anakata, inabebwa, inakimbizwa, inawekwa the next constituency. Sasa hivi hata ile kinyozi alilaunch ati ameletea mtu stima, ilikatwa, alienda na stima yenyewe. So huyu mtu ni mkora na paka aende nyumbani. Mwisho, party leader, wakati ngatuliwa kutoka kwa kiti, nakumbuka hiyo siku, na kumbuka tulienda na wewe nyumbani kwako. tulikuwa mimi, familia yako yote na wewe. Tukapata kwamba pale kwa boma William Ruto ashatoa askari wote, hakuna mfanyakazi hata mmoja alikuwa kwa boma hiyo, hata mpishi. Walikudhulumu, tukakaa na wewe pale, wakasema kwamba wewe unaitwa villager. Nakumbuka ukaamua urudi wapi? Kwa village. Wakaona hiyo village haijatosha, waseme wakuite Wamunyoro, kwa sababu hiyo village ilikuwa inaitwa nini? Wamunyoro. Sasa hivi hiyo village walidharau inaitwa Wamunyoro, inajulikana dunia nzima na iko na heshima kuliko Sugoi. Vile ulikaa pale Wamunyoro, Your Excellency, ukaanza kuongea na watu wako, wakasema huyu mtu ni mkabila. Sababu ulikuwa unaongea na watu wako na ulikuwa unaongea kwa lugha yako, wakakuita mkabila. Hapo hawakujua umaana ya wewe kama kiongozi kuanzia kwako na kurudi kwako. William Ruto alikuwa anajiita yeye ni sijui ni nini, national leader, akadharau nyumbani. Sasa mambo imeumana. Amerudi kwa watu wake nyumbani. Watu wake wanamwambia, "Ai, hapana." Sasa wewe ulikuwa umeenda huko nje. Hata hapa ni one term. William Ruto analia asubuhi na mchana. Kwa mara ya kwanza nimeona ameanza kuongea kabila yake vile wewe unaongeanga yako. Sasa William Ruto ni mkabila si mkabila? Mwisho, Your Excellency, as you also address those international issues, want to bring to the attention of the international community that the sovereignty of Kenya is very important. Western Kenya borders Uganda, 3 counties, Kakamega, Busia, Bungoma, and Trans Nzoia. At the moment, William Ruto is recruiting voters and registering voters from neighboring counties. This is a perforation of our foreign policy, na tungependa party leader utusaidie sana kwa maneno hayo ya kuregister wapiga kura katika mpaka wa Bungoma, Trans Nzoia na Busia. Lakini sisi tumepeana tangazo kwamba siku ya kura, kama wewe sio Mkenya, sababu tunajua kichwa ya Mkenya inakaaje, jaribu ukuje Kenya kupiga kura. Amewapatia IDs, vile anapatia Al-Shabaab IDs na wale ambao wanaua watu kule Sudan, vile vile pia amefika Uganda kule, anaregister watu kule. Tungependa party leader wetu tuongelee hiyo maneno na utusaidie. Otherwise, kama DCP tumekubaliana kwamba tunataka tufunze William Ruto adabu. Na adabu ya kwanza inaanza on Thursday pale Emurwa Dekir. Tunataka tumshinde home and away, si ndio? Wale wamama wa huko wamejitolea, wamesema hata hii kofia hata kama hawezi afford wanajifunga Uhuru bag ya green. Party leader anaongelesha kwa simu, wamesema ni one term. Sasa kama mandugu na madada wa William Ruto wanasema ni one term, sasa je, sisi si William Ruto ni one term? Nasikia sisi tukisema William Ruto must go, wale watu wa Sugoi wanasema William Ruto come, must come, sababu wanamuita nyumbani. So party leader, asante sana kwa kuongoza chama chetu. Tungependa sasa tukukaribishe party leader wetu ambaye pia ndio presidential candidate wetu wa chama cha DCP.
Citizens Party.
Anatosha matoshi? Basi sote tusimame kwa heshima na taadhima tumkaribishe party leader wetu Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua.
Garnier Super UV Cooling Sunscreen, a light refresh.
Please be seated. Thank you very much. Let me say that this is a great day for our party, the DCP, the present and the future of our politics, the party that will form the next government and that will have an absolute majority in both houses. And I'm very happy with what happened in Olkalau. Very happy. the strength of a party, the future of a party is determined by free, fair, and credible nominations. I've been around for a while, since the advent of multipartyism, 1992. I saw party primaries in 1992. I saw party primaries in 1997. I saw party primaries in 2002. I saw party primaries in 2007. I saw party primaries in 2013. I personally participated in party primaries in 2017 as a candidate for Madeira parliamentary seat. And I was around and in charge of 2022 party primaries. And I know the way to build DCP is free, fair, and credible nominations. And Olkalao was a litmus test, and I deliberately allowed the National Elections Board to manage that election to test their capacity and their commitment for the job ahead next year. I asked all leaders, John Medho, I dispatched him to London, keep off. Maina Kamada Mzewetu, go to Mombasa, swim if you can. Wajiko Moya, go and do some hairdo and look good and beautiful. I told everybody to keep away and leave the elections to the people of Olkalao so that they can make a decision or who will be the next member of parliament. That decision was very, very important because once the DCP nominations were over, the DCP nominee is the next member of parliament for Olkalao. So the people of Olkalao needed to be given an opportunity to make that decision. I could have called for consensus, and all these aspirants would have listened to me. They respect me. I would have said, let's save the cost. It's very expensive to do nominations. Let's avoid fallout. But I knew God had given us an opportunity to test the capacity and the commitment of the National Elections Board. Chairperson and your board, Pongezi, you did very well. We are all proud of you. The whole country is talking about the DCP nominations in Olkalao. And I've told you I've been around for a while. I may be biased because I'm the party leader, but the truth of the matter, there has never been such well-organized and credible nominations since the advent of multipartyism in 1992. And now, that sets the standard. You cannot go lower, you can only go higher. So I'm asking the National Elections Board to start preparing for our nominations. Countrywide, the DCP ticket will be the most sought after. The DCP nominations will be do or die. It will be like the Rio general election. The English say, failing to plan is planning to fail. Wajiro Kaga, on your team, you have 10 months. Start preparing. Start getting the ballot boxes. Start getting the booths. Start getting the indelible ink. Start putting together all the logistics. I have looked at your budget. The whole exercise will cost us about 2 billion Kenya shillings. From the nomination fees, we'll be able to raise 1 billion shillings. From the people who have expressed interest, we'll be able to raise 1 billion shillings, and the party will look for another 1 billion. And I'm on that journey. I will leave on Friday night for the United Kingdom to start talking to our friends and partners to start harnessing resources for our nominations. Thereafter, I'll come back and do a little work, then I'll leave for the United States, again to talk to our friends and partners. We must put money together by August so that we cannot afford to fail. The DCP nominations, once you get the certificate, you are the next member of parliament or governor or senator for that matter. And all that will be remaining, I'll be asking you to do for me and the party is voter turnout for the presidential vote. Yours will be done because you don't need too many votes. Once you get our ticket, The work I'll give you is voter turnout. Mwai Kibaki in 2007, when William Ruto coined 41 versus 1, Mwai Kibaki won the election by having only 2 voting blocks, Mount Kenya plus voter turnout. The second block was called voter turnout. It was 97%. I am looking at a situation where I'll be persuading the people of Kenya. For us to get rid of William Ruto, we must have a 98% voter turnout to make sure these men go home one way. So, I want the National Elections Board to put your act together and get moving. You know the nominations will be in March next year. You know we have support everywhere. You know the number of constituencies. You know the number of counties. You know the number of wards. The people who have registered with us, we are having an average of 7 MCAs per every ward. So we need very many ballot papers. We are having an average of 4 to 5 members of parliament. The DCP nomination will be something out of this world. So let's prepare, and I'm happy when the National Elections Board requested that I ask the aspirants to be presiding officers so that they can get first-hand experience on how the party will carry out the nominations. I'm sure all of you aspirants, you are now persuaded we shall have free and fair nominations. Are you not? Yeah. Because you took part in the process. You took part in the process. Again, our detractors have been saying that the DCP will give direct tickets. Oh, regarding Gachagua has preferred candidates who are Itungatis, who stood by him during the nomination, the impeachment. Oh, this DCP party is for the rich. Those who have money are the ones who will get. Those who don't have money will get nothing. This Kamau Ngotho, how much money did he have? Yeah? See, he beat people who are billionaires. That is clear. Money means nothing to this party. Please give us your money. Give us your money to pay offices. Give us your money to buy vehicles, to pay rent, to buy kofiyas, to buy t-shirts. Thank you very much. That's as far as it goes. It cannot be in exchange of a direct ticket. Wewe ujitolee kama unataka kusaidia chama with no conditions. There are no strings attached to financial support to this party. And what happened in Olkalau is clear. Gotho was the most disadvantaged candidate financially. But the people of Olkalau said they are looking for a worker, somebody to work for them. And they say they don't want to sell the seat to anybody, because if you sell the seat, he will not work for you. Gotho now will be an employee, and he must work for the people of Olkalau. So those who have been spreading propaganda about our party, because we do very serious fundraising, like all parties do, we have very many people who support this party. I will not fund this party. It's not my party. It belongs to the members. It is the members to fund their party, isn't it? If I fund this party alone, I will give direct tickets because it's my party. But I don't fund the party, therefore I cannot issue a direct nomination to anybody. This is party that belongs to the members, and it's their responsibility to fund their party. We raised funds for that nomination. I called a few people, there is funds. We funded that nomination. I am off to the UK to meet our supporters to raise funds. I'm going to the US. We are talking to many people because this is our party and we want everybody to be a stakeholder. But I want to say, please never give us any financial support in expectation of anything in return. It must just be for your love for the party and what the party stands for. So, Chair, pangeni nomination. Let me, for once, because I'm a truthful and honest person, much as we have had a lot of problems with the police and castigated them for being unprofessional, in the Olkalau nominations for DCP, the National Police Service did a commendable job. We want to say thank you to the County Police Command and the more than 300 police officers who participated in making sure that every polling station had 2 armed police officers. The tallying center had more than 50 armed police officers, and the DCI and other senior officers were on patrol throughout the day to make sure that there is law and order. We want to say that is the kind of police we want to see. Utumishi kwa wote. Let our police be professional. Let them serve the people of Kenya. And we are hopeful that the same way they behaved during the nominations, for both UDA and ourselves. Although for UDA it was over deployment because there were no people. There was too many. The policemen were more than the voters. So we are hoping that the police command in Nyandarua will plan and plan well and deploy officers to keep law and order. We don't want to see what we saw in Bere and Narok.
What are the ingredients for a good life? It starts with your wellness. Having partners who root for you.
And working with the goons. We hope it will not happen in Ol-Kalou. In the unfortunate event that it happens, the people of Kalau will not allow it. That they have said. They will not allow goons. They will not allow voter suppression. I must tell whoever doesn't know that Nyandarua is the headquarters of the Itugati movement. It is where the Mau Mau movement was born. It is in the Aberdare forest that Dedan Kimathi, Field Marshal, led other brave sons and daughters of the soil to drive the British colonialists out of their land. Nobody can intimidate the people of Nyandarua. The people of Nyandarua are not a joke. It is a land of J.M. Karaoke. It is a place that people know what they want and they are not easily intimidated by anybody. So if the likes of Moses Kuria want to come with the goons there, they must know they are coming to Nyandarua. And they will not be allowed. Let the police do their work the way they did, and we are very grateful. And I want to thank the National Police Service. I want to say pongezi. That is what we want. That is the Kenya that we desire. That is the Kenya that we deserve, where the police do their work professionally, without discrimination, without bias, and without working with the criminals. Nataka niseme pongezi kwa maafisa wetu wote wa Nyandarua and the police command in that county. Mimi ndio nimalize niseme, now we have a candidate. It is an Ol-Kalou and Nyandarua affair. We want to leave it to the people of Ol-Kalou and the people of Nyandarua. Senator John Medho and Honorable Wanjiku Muhea will lead the team that will campaign for our candidate, backed by our sitting MCS and all the DCP aspirants in the county. We are leaving it to you. You can only call us if you think you are in trouble. I don't think you have anything to worry about. As far as I'm concerned, from where I sit, I'm a resident of Nyandarua. I know the people of Nyandarua. Your issue, Wanjiku Muhea and Medho, is a margin. It's not the win. The win is guaranteed. It's a margin. Yeah? That is what you must work on. And voter turnout. I want to ask the people of Ol-Kalou to come out in large numbers. Out of the 72,000 registered voters, we want 70,000 people to come out. And that is the work Wanjiku Muhea and Medho and MCAs you have to do. Make sure all the elderly people come out to vote. And our young people have received a report, and I'm very disturbed, that most of them who are our supporters don't have IDs. Others don't have votes. We have work to do. Because the young people are our biggest supporters. And it's unfortunate that most of them have lost their IDs, they have not replaced them. Others are not registered to vote. So we have to work on it. So the team in Nyandarua, this is your baby. Deliver it well, safely, together with the mother.
We leave it to you. Mimi niko na kazi ya kimataifa. Mimi wacha niende Uingereza, nitoke hapo niende Amerikani. And don't recall me from where I'll be. Please don't recall me. Do your work. You know what to do. The job is well cut out and you know what you need to do. And don't be worried about UDA and money. During the UDA nominations, William Ruto directed that 40,000 voters should come out to vote for UDA so that they can give an impression and optics that UDA is strong. Each voter was supposed to be given 1,000 shillings. And were given, that is 40 million plus another 10 million for the 20 delegates in every polling station. Those who are being given 6,000 each. The minute who are given 6,000 is switched off their phones. I want to congratulate them. Because they didn't want to waste time on an exercise that is difficult. Out of the 40,000 people, they could only get 3,000. They exaggerated to 8. So assuming they did 8 out of 1,000, they only spent 8 million, wakamunyoa Kasongo 32 million. Hii Kasongo najua alikuwa mtu yangu zamani. Hata saa ingine mimi namuonea huruma. Hii mtu amenyolewa na akina kuoza sikuri na akina Itumbi. Hapo wamemnyoa 32 million. Lakini ni si mbaya. Mwizi akiibiwa na wezi si ni sawa? Si hii pesa ameiba. Si ni Asha. Si ni ya Kenyatta National Hospital. Akiibiwa na Itumbi na kuria iko makosa. So don't worry about money. And we have changed. We were telling our people, eat money and vote right. We are changed. The people of Kalau have told us to stop it. They were given money to go and vote for UDA. They said, we don't want. Pigieni makofi watu wa Kalau. I think that is the spirit. We are telling the people of Kalau, don't take this money. Number two, the people of Kalau cannot be given maize and beans and rice. Kalau produces food for the whole country. It feeds Nairobi and Mombasa. How do you sway the people of Kalau with food? These people have sufficient food and surplus to sell. So I don't think anybody will sway our people with rice and beans that don't get cooked properly. You know? Hii chakula ipelekwe Garissa. Please, William Ruto. Hii mchele na maharagwe unalete. Peleka Isiolo na Turkana. Pahali natakikana. Watu ya Kalau wako na chakula ya kutosha. Na ingine wanauza Nairobi na Mombasa. Iko viazi pale, iko maharagwe, iko carrots, iko peas, iko everything, iko maziwa. It's a lot of milk and honey all Kalau. Food cannot sway the people of all Kalau. They have their own food. So hii chakula mpeleke pahali ingine. Mimi nimefurahi sana. And I want us to unveil the candidate for DCP. And Bwana Kamau Ngodo, come up here. This good young man was born in Olakalau, Nyandarua County. And he is what I have desired. When I met the lawyers at Thika Greens, I was a man in tears. At the last elections, the mountain got to Gachagua'S. And I asked them to get for us good representatives who are educated. Kamau Ngodo holds a bachelor degree in agricultural economics from the University of Nairobi. What a more suitable MP for Kalau? A constituencies whose main economic activity is agriculture. He'll be able to help the people of Kalau on agribusiness, on modern farming methods, on how to keep books of accounts so that they don't make losses. So DCP is presenting the people of Kalau, a graduate from the University of Nairobi, where I also went to. So you know it's a good university of agricultural economics. And this is the first step of getting away from Gachagua'S. The Kawanjiku, wa Makeki, wa Mavosho, wa Matinga, wa Mashukuru. You know, we want to get away from that nonsense. Yeah? Nani? Kororia, Kaombe, Koibori, yeah? Wamodende. You know, surely. You know, we want to get away from there. And I'm very proud with the quality of the candidate that DCP is presenting to the people of Kalau. This young man contested in 2022. He got 19,000 votes. He lost narrowly. Kasongo cheated him, he'll give him a job. For 1 year, he took him in circles until he came to me crying. And I employed him in the office of the Deputy President as a protocol officer. He worked diligently. He's a man of integrity. And he was well respected in that office. And for all the assignments that he was given, he undertook them with a lot of efficiency. He's a humble man. He's not bossy. He's a man with a lot of humility. He is kind and listens to people. I got very good reports when he worked in my office as a protocol officer. Everybody wanted him to attend his function. He was kind to everybody. He listens and he's not bossy. And I want to know what will happen. I heard this soprano was to come to Olokalou. When I was removed from office, he sacked this young man. And his child and his wife suffered. I would like to hear what soprano will tell the people of Nyandarua. You removed Rigiji because you wanted a seat. Why did you have to sack Ngodo? This is a man from home. Why couldn't you let him do his job? You made him jobless. A man who was earning a salary to take care of his family, he went back to the village. And he has suffered. The people of Olokalou will have an opportunity to give him a job. And when soprano comes to Nyandarua, you must ask him, why did you sack this young man? You must ask him that question. Si ndio? Si mtamuuliza? Yes. Si ndiye alifuta hii kijana? Huyu kijana nimpatia kazi. Kama alikuwa na shida na mimi ni sawa. Alikuwa anataka kiti changu, amechukua. Huyu kijana alimuuliza nini? Agetunya mwana iligo. Yes. Alifuta mpaka watu ya kufyeka nyama.
Did you know that malaria is a top 10 cause of death in Kenya with over 10?
But since he said he is coming to Olokalou, the people of Olokalou must ask Bwana Soprano, you sacked this man. The people of Kalau want to give him a job. Bora unafuata yeye mpaka Olokalou tena? Unataka kuhangaisha hii kijana na watoto wake mpaka siku gani? Si mtamuuliza? Yes. He must be asked that question. Pia muulize Soprano. Nyinyi mnatafuta kura ya watu ya Olokalou. William Ruto na watu ya jamii yake pale Kenya Pipeline, mama anaitwa Faith Boynet ya jamii ya Kasongo na rafiki yake. Mtoto wetu wa Olokalou David Muriuki amekuwa general manager wa infrastructural development, amefutwa kazi. You have sacked our son from Olokalou from a good job as general manager, and then you want to come to Olokalou to tell us that we should listen to you. And that is why I have a problem with this soprano and other traitors of our community. I will never allow it myself. Kasongo alikuwa anajaribu kufuta mtu mlimani na mwambia go to hell. I will never allow him. Sasa watu wanafutwa left, right and center. Soprano kazi yake ni kusema yesa. Pure kabisa. David Muriuki amefutwa Kenya Pipeline. Na ni kutarget jamii. The same day wamefuta David Muriuki, wamefuta another lady called Maureen Mwenje, the general manager procurement. They have targeted our community to suck our sons and daughters. And then he wants to come to Olkalau to ask us tuichague mtu ya UDA sahili anatuhangaisha na kuhangaisha jamii. The people of Olkalau, please. You can't allow it to happen. Kabla wewe Soprano kuja Olkalau, David Muriuki mrudishe kazi kwanza. Si ndio? Yes. Na huyu Maureen Mwenje mrudishe kazi. Mmetuhangaisha ya kutosha. So nyinyi nimewachia nyinyi Olkalau mtauliza Soprano hiyo maswali. Sasa Method ndio nimemwambia angangana na Soprano. Mimi niwachiwe Kasongo. Si ndio? Si Method anatosha kungangana na Kasongo? Na Soprano? Mimi nitangangana na Kasongo. So this young man here, huyu kijana pia ni mtu ya kujituma. We have got a good candidate. And it's like the candidate we have in Murwa Dikir. Vincent Rotich is a self-driven guy. I've never been to Dikir. I just talk on phone. But with the Kasongo men, we are neck to neck. And I can tell you as of this morning, because the campaign stopped yesterday, we are ahead. Yeah. All we need is to protect our vote. I'm told Murkomen has been told to go there to mobilize chiefs and assistant chiefs and Nyumba Kumi to intimidate our voters. I want to ask the people of Murwa Dikil not to be intimidated, to have the true blood and spirit of Johanna Ngeno, the late. So Murkomen, don't go to Dikil to intimidate voters. Allow the people of Murwa Dikil exercise their right. And if they are allowed to have their way, we'll have the first DCP member of parliament from Narok County, Murwa Dikil constituency. So this good young man here you'll help him. The people of Nyandarua work with him. Sisi tutasaidia tukiwa mbali. This is a Nyandarua matter, it's an Olkalau matter. Na tutaendelea naye vizuri sana. Na mimi I know. I worked with him in my office. I know his capacity. Again, other than having good education, he has the other quality that I've been looking for. Loyalty to the party and to the community. Huyu hawezi uza sisi kama ile watu ya tumbo. When the nominations were announced and the government people put up polls and they found he was leading, Moses Kuria, the Mukorino, Bonoko, of course, approached him and offered him 50 million Kenya shillings to go to UDA. And this great young man said, I don't need money. Where have you been when I've been suffering since you removed me from office? The women rep, Nyandarua, called him. He had been calling her for years. He never used to pick his calls. And God asked her, is this the time you have known that I exist? This is a great young man. And I have no doubt in my mind that once he is elected member of parliament, William Ruto and his people cannot compromise him. So I think we are offering as DCP to the people of Kalau the best. An educated young man, hardworking, humble, but steadfast and principled, that he can never betray his people and his community. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka sasa tumzurue huyu kijana tumpatie certificate. Ndio sasa mjiandae siku ya kurudisha makaratasi, you accompany him na muanze siasa ya Olkalau. Sisi tutakuwa tunafuatilia kwa mtandao. And I know you will deliver this seat and we'll have a very big win. Mimi nataka kuja sherehe ya kusherekea. On 16th nitakuwa Mnyoro. Mkiona inaenda mzuri mnanipigia, ninateremuka. Tukuja tusherekee pamoja. But I leave this campaign to the people of Nyandarua, the people of Lokalau. I have trust you do what you need to do. I have confidence you deliver this seat without too much sweat. Because the ground is DCP 98%. All we want is voter turnout. And somebody must arrange for me that great woman of 108 years who came out to vote. And she was looking for my name in the ballot paper. I must come and visit that woman. Because I was told she was adamant she wanted to vote for Rigathi Gachagua. She was told, no, he is not in this election. She was saying, no. I came to vote for Rigathi. Where is he being elected? I think I must visit that woman. Yes. Si ndio? Si utapanga candidate. Nikuja nitupelee huyu mama nimwambie asante. At least alikuwa amenikuja kunipigia kura 1 year before the election. I mean, at least I know I have one sure vote. Yeah, from that I can take to the bank. Si ndio? Wanjiru Kago uko na certificate?
Pongezi kwake, sababu uongozi wa chama unahakikisha basi tunakuwa na success. His Excellency our party leader akimkabidhi Sami Kamau cheti officially. Jamani, makofi kwake Sami Kamau, akiwa sasa amepatiwa rasmi ruhusa na nguvu akielekea pale kuwania kiti cha constituency all Kalau. Sami Kamau akiweka kwa bahasha na kuhakikisha mambo iko sawa. Excellency, tunashukuru.
Asante sana. Nimeambiwa pia watu ya Laikipia wako hapa, pigia makofi. Na watu ya Nakuru. Mimi sijakataza nyinyi kwenda kufanya campaign Kalau. Itaendelea. Nyinyi nitamwambia vile mtasaidia kwa sasa. Hiyo ni mambo yetu ya nyumbani bila hii makamera. Manaweza mwambia Kasogo mbago yetu. Alafu aende mbele. And different timings. The team leaders when Piri will be kind to her. She's a great daughter of our land. If the people of Kipipiri will give her another chance. But that's their decision. If they give her, I'll be very happy. Because she's a true daughter of the mountain. Extremely reliable. And tunamtegemea sana. Nilifukuza hii watu yote Olokala, huyu Malala tu. Najua Malala, you know he has too much energy. Ananiuliza sasa, party leader, unataka nikae kwa nyumba when there is action? I want to be part of the action. So nikapima because I knew mtu huko. So nikafunga jicho moja. Lakini watu yote ya Nyandarua, I was monitoring them. Sikutaka mtu huko so that nobody can have an excuse to refuse the results. Ndio? Watu wale walipigania aspirants who have come, kujeni hapa ndio muonekane. The ones who are going now to support the candidate, wakuje wote wale walikuwa kwa kinyang'anyiro.
Aspirants wapo huko mbali.
Those who participated.
Tafadhali jongea.
Si mumekuja na campaigners yenu. Now what we want to do, all the campaign teams that were campaigning for the various aspirants in DCP, all those campaign teams will be merged into one for DCP. And that is why we said you come, so that we merge them into one strong team. Na mufanye kazi. Na nikufagia. Wasaliti wote. Na munaua nyoka pamoja na nini? Si ndio? Nyoka na pamoja na mayai. So this is a team, and I want to thank all of you for agreeing to support the winner. That is the way to go. And as I have told you, our party is big. We are forming government next year. There is enough room for all of us. Stay loyal to the party and committed to the party. And your first assignment is to deliver this seat and support Godho. the way you looked for your own votes, mumtafutie Ngodho kura and get all your teams to merge into one team so that we can get victory. Wapigieni makofi hawa wangwana. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Ya kujeni museme kila mtu jina yake. Na useme wewe ni timu gani sana.
Thank you very much, Excellency. My name is Isaac Kenywa, and being a good friend to Kamau, we are sons of teachers. So I pledge my support to my good brother, Kamau Ngodho.
Thank you.
Gadhure Wambui, former MCA kama Kamau Ngodho, and nakubali kushindwa na kura mingi zaidi. Kwa sababu kama ingekuwa chache kama ile ya Kasongo na watu wake, ile ya UD ya kura 100, tungekuwa tukisema haikuwa mzuri. Lakini kwa sababu tulishindwa na kura karibu mara 4, hata namba 2 alikuwa ameshindwa na kura mara 4, tunakubali kabisa. We are going to support you. Watu wetu wote ni wako Ngodho. Asante.
Jambo wana DCP. Mimi ni Steven Kimani Muturi, lakini wananchi wa Orkala wameniambia nibadilishe jina, sasa nitakuwa niitwa Kimani Thambo. Na mimi tayari pate leader. Nishaanza campaign ya Ngodho tayari. Jana mliniona kwa gari nikitembea nikisema ni Kamau Ngodho. Mliniona? Mimi nisha move on. Na ninasema sasa ni Rigathi Gachagua, DCP na Kamau Ngodho. Twende safari, tusindikishe Ngodho mpaka bunge. Asanteni sana.
Harambe. Harambe. Mimi naitwa wakili Kirago Wadhuta. Ni rafiki ya Kamau Ngodho. All along wakati wa campaigns nilikuwa namuita my deputy. Tulikuwa tumekubaliana mmoja mwenye atawin, mwingine atakuwa deputy wa mwingine. Sasa mimi nimekubali nitakuwa deputy wa Kamau Ngodho.
Thank you.
Na mimi naitwa wakili wa Gen Z. Hiyo vijana yote mimi nakuletea. Nitaendelea kukusupport, timu yangu yote itakuja kwako. Wengine nawaona huku na wote watafanya kazi yako. Asante sana.
So I think Ngodho, you can now say something so that you thank those who have agreed to support you and for all those who are supporting you. And useme ile sasa unataka kusema. Uanze kupractice kuwa mheshimiwa.
Thank you, His Excellency, all the leadership of the party, the elections board. My very wealthy opponents that in the primaries, I can see those who were POs, clerks, elected leaders, and former leaders. Good afternoon. Harambe! Harambe! DCP! Najua sasa sisi ndio tulikuwa tunaongoza hiyo. Mpaka mtu akilala alikuwa anasema tu harambe. Kwa hiyo imeshaingia kwa roho. I'm very delighted this afternoon first to thank God for his favor and also for the gift of life. I also wish to extend my thanks to these great men that we competed against. Each of them was a worthy opponent. We traversed the county and all the constituency, talking to the people, and they heard us. I told them when I was being given the certificate that losers are winners who never quit. You will have your day, but this was my day. As it has been said, when Mheshimiwa passed on, after I sat with my wife. Nothing, no car, no money in the accounts, but the seat that was ahead. We engaged, I asked her, do we go for this one or wait for 2027? Maybe there will be a miracle along the way. She said, let's push it. I called my former PA, he's here, he's called MC Jesse, appreciate him there. He also gave me the same hope. I had a very old car that had broken down, no wheels, a Murano, a Nissan Murano. It wouldn't traverse the county. My cousin came in for me, gave me a car, and that's how we started the journey. And I'm a believer in the Bible that says that God loves humble beginnings. And I'm telling everyone here, if you have a dream and you know that you can get it, start dreaming and working on it. Kasongo, 2022, after we traversed the whole of the constituency, seeking votes with him, for him, with His Excellency, the Deputy President, came to Olkalau, said, huyu kijana alikuwa yangu, nitampea kazi. I waited the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, the fifth month, the sixth month. He came back there at the stadium. He made even me jump on his car and said, hii kijana ni yangu. Leo hatalala hapa, hatalala Nairobi, kesho amkie kazi. I was very delighted. I ran to my house, told my wife, toa nguo zangu, weka zote, hata usipige pasi. Mimi naenda Nairobi. Waited for the 7th month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month, 11th month, 1 year, 1 year, 2 months. His Excellency came to the Olkalau Catholic Church. Akaanza kusema, hii Ngodho na ulipata kazi, why is your hair still having red spots? Like someone who is emaciated. Told him, hakuna kazi nilipewa. So he made a declaration there and then. He said that I'll put you into my office as an advisor. That time was a political advisor. He is a truthful man. Whatever he says, he keeps. It didn't take me weeks. I was in the office, but I was thrown under the leadership of this lady. And she will tell you about myself. Whenever I was not at work, I was in Olkalau with my people. And even whenever His Excellency called me, he would ask me, watu Olkalau wakoaje? Because he always knew that whenever I'm not working, I'm back to the grassroots. Kusikiza nini? I think that has been the most formidable part of my campaign. I didn't have billboards. I didn't have big vehicles. I didn't have musicians singing. I didn't have even a paid person that I paid to influence for me on Facebook or Twitter or any other things, because I didn't have the money to pay them. If I had, I would. But the will of the people of Olkalau, and I appreciate them. Walisimama na mimi kidete, nilitembea mguu, kwenye siku anaka kitu walikuwa nasema hata hiyo kidogo umetoa tunakurudishia, enda hiyo mkutano ingine. That is how good the people of Olkalau are. And I want to ascertain to every aspirant here from the mountain. I told most of them that the first day I'll step in parliament, because I know very soon I'll be in parliament. I will tell all those MPs from the mountain, you abandoned a great man. You rejected the man who was protecting you. The man who would stand up to Kasongo and tell him, you promised the people of the mountain so many things, and you are not keeping the word. But when he came to you, you were the first people to sign for him to be disbanded and hounded out of office. I will tell them, mene tekel upasin. The writing is on the wall for you. You are going home, all of you, in 2027. And you will bring in people who are loyal to the people of the mountain. He always says, His Excellency, that the mountain people hate people who are disloyal. And I agree with him. Najua hapa tutapatana. Wale watu wa UDA wamesema wako na project 26. Bring them. But I want, as I know they are listening, President Ruto, I don't want your work. Mimi sitaki kazi yako. Lakini watu 19,400 ambao walinirushia kura. Kama unataka kura huko Olkalau, kwanza patia hao kazi. Number 2, you promised the Aberdare mega dam. Kabla Julai 16, tengeneza hiyo dam, tutapea wewe kura. Number 3, umesema unajenga ile barabara ya VI kuja pale Gorika, irudi Dhagani na iende Kanyerere. Kama unataka kura za watu wa Olkalau, jenga hiyo before July. Hiyo imekamilika. That is the only thing. Lakini kutudanganya kama watu wa Mbere, sisi hatutakubali. Sisi tumerevuka na tumejanjaruka. Finally, I want to thank this great man, the Arrow and his team. Initially, I was among the people who feared a nomination. I told the chair of the eminent person, I told him I fear nomination. In 2013, I went for the nomination on TNA ticket. I was stolen. I had to go and jump into DP. I was selected on a DP ticket. 2017, I saw my votes being touched in Olkalau. I had to go as an independent. I lost by 100 votes. So this time I feared maybe the same thing would happen. I want to thank the leadership of the election board. You did a very tremendous job. And I want to assure every aspirant here, I want to assure you, wherever you are, be confident. Go to the people. What is yours will be guaranteed during nomination in DCP. Finally, I don't want to take time. I was only employed in the office of the Deputy President for 8 months. I joined the team. We worked so many, you can see even some of my colleagues here. And when the impeachment motion was brought, we worked with His Excellency both in Parliament. I still recall, like it's yesterday, at the Senate. Most of our colleagues shed tears when we saw him leave and not come back to the Senate. Some of the senators there laughed at us because we were left there stuck with the lawyers and the advocates and staff of the office of the Deputy President. The form of disrespect when we entered the Senate could be seen, that it was already a predetermined course. We were taken to an office, I think, of the clerk. That's where we were operating from, led by Senior Counsel Muite. After all had happened, we went back to the office, and from then we started being looked at as if we were strangers. We were not requested, we were told to hand in over our badges immediately. Tukaambiwa sisi, tukaanza kuambiwa wewe nyinyi na wakabila tunamfukuza huku. We wondered, how is the impeachment motion of Rigathi affecting every staff, like even gardeners? That is how we treated, some of us pleaded and said we have children at home, we have wives to take care of, bills to pay. Some of us had taken loans, and I'm sure most of them are watching. We talk, some even call, we cry over the phone over what befell most of our colleagues. The Deputy President was approached. He was told, we have children from the mountain. Where you come from? Would you kindly protect them? These people are just working. They were very professional in whatever they did. We were told, mtu yoyote alikuwa katika ofisi ya Rigathi, muko na siku 20 za kuwa mmetoka. To put salt on injury, they put our names on the newspapers. My own daughter saw my name on the newspaper. People who had their jobs had been stopped. Many breadwinners went home with nothing. I am telling you, if this man was a Mr. Yes sir, we would still be in office. Sisi wote tungekuwa ofisi. But he stood for the people, especially of the mountain. And I ask, especially the people from our home, kindly wipe the tears of this man. And wipe the tears of all those staff that worked under him. If there's nothing else that you can guarantee or can give us, please wipe his tears. He said that the only thing that he ran to was his family. Also us, what has kept us, that whole period has been our families. God bless you.
Basi mumemsikiza na kujua kwamba ni kiongozi shupavu. Amepitia mengi na bado hakukata tamaa. Na hivyo ndivyo uongozi ilivyo. Sababu kiongozi akiwa sawasawa, basi walio nyuma yake hawatakuwa na kazi ngumu sana ya kuendelea. Niweze kusema basi sasa kazi ndo imeanza. Ngoma sasa itambe. Tumetoka kutoka kipindi cha chaguzi za nominations katika chama cha DCP. Tarehe 16 Julai itakuwa ni siku muhimu zaidi. Miezi 2 kutoka sasa hivi, viongozi wetu wakituongoza, tutakuwa sawasawa gangari kuleta hii kura nyumbani. Kuna kifunguo cha gari, iwapo umepoteza, tafadhali nione. Kwa heshima kuu, Your Excellency, niombe kufikia sasa tufike hatma. Baada ya kutupa ushauri huo na uongozi wako bora, basi tutaweza sote kusimama. Ni kuombe mheshimiwa Your Excellency kusimama hapa ili tuweze kufunga kwa wimbo wa taifa. Na tukumbuke, usiachwe nyuma. Tayari ushaona hama zote zinaelekea DCP, chama kinachosikiza ground. Basi studio, tupate wimbo wa taifa. Asante, Your Excellency.